हेलो स्टूडेंट्स। आज फिर हम लेके आए हैं एक नेक्स्ट वीडियो लेक्चर। इन दिस वीडियो लेक्चर वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट द MCQs of aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid. So everyone just stay connected with us and try to practice the MCQs. So we are going to start the PPT. So we are discussing the chapter aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. So let's start the first question. What is that? Which of the following is the general formula for aldehyde? So dear student, what is the general formula for aldehyde? So we know very well general formula of aldehyde should be CnH2nO. So we can use CnH2nO is the general formula for aldehyde we can use. Okay, so that is the general formula. Good afternoon student. Good afternoon. Good afternoon Anjali. Class has started beta. Okay, so this is the answer of first question. CnH2nO, that is the general formula for aldehyde. Now we are moving towards the next question, that which of the following compounds is a ketone? Okay, so following compound is a ketone. So asking what is the demand of the question in question, it is asked that above four options, which one is the ketone? So what is the general formula of ketone? That is RCORS. So we can check out ethanol. Ethanol is an aldehyde. So this is not the general formula. Okay, butanol, this is also an aldehyde. Methanol, this is alcohol, not an ketone. So now propane 2-on. So propane 2-on is an ketone. Okay, so this is a ketone. While we are making the name of ketone, we may need not to stay a second. We don't need to mention the position in case of propane because ketone started from the only third carbons. So for making a ketone molecule, smallest ketone carrying only 3 carbons. So that is the formula of acetone. So this is acetone. Acetone is a ketone. Okay, so this is used as a nail paint remover also. So this is right option. Propane 2-on is the right option. Okay, so let's move towards the next question. Yes, Anjali, right beta. Arpit, yes, propane 2-on, B option is the right choice. Okay, the oxidation of primary alcohols produces. So what is the oxidation of primary alcohol produces? While we are doing the oxidation of primary alcohol, what will we get with the oxidation of a primary alcohol? Now we can mention here primary alcohol. We can write here that is R2CH2, or you can say simply RCH2OH. By oxidation, in case of oxidation, if we are doing the oxidation with a strong oxidizing agent, then we will get the carboxylic acid. But while we do the partial oxidation with the help of a PCC or PDC, then we will get the product as a aldehyde. So we will get the product as a aldehyde in case of a partial oxidation. So RCHO will be the product formed. So that is the answer, aldehydes. But in these questions, mention is not given. It is not mentioned properly. I think the oxidation, or you can say partial oxidation. So you can correct the question. Partial oxidation of primary alcohols produces that is a aldehyde. So that time answer should be aldehyde. Option A is the right choice. Is that clear? Okay, Anjali, right, beta. Arpit, very nice. Okay, shall we move toward the next question? So, question number 4th. Which reagent is used to distinguish between aldehydes and ketones? So, what kind of test we will use to distinguish between aldehydes and a ketone? I have already taught you this concept in the class programs. So, first one, Tollin's reagent test. Yes, we can use in Tollin's reagent test a mirror formed in the test tube. Okay, And failing solution test, yes, this test also given by aldehydes and red brown PPT formed. Red brown PPT gets formed, precipitate gets formed. So both the test is shown by the aldehyde and both the test is shown negative for the ketone. So what is the right choice? Both A and B is the right choice to identify between aldehyde and ketones. So with the help of these two tests, we can differentiate between aldehydes and ketones. So now we are moving towards the, yes, Anjali, right choice beta. Rajat, very nice. Arpit, very nice beta. Good afternoon, Nikki. Okay, so now we are moving towards the next question. The IPSC name. Okay, so IPSC name of a CH3 CO CH2 CH3. So this is the compound given. So what is the name of this compound? While we are giving the numbering of this compound, we know very well that 1, 2, 3, 4. Total number of carbon here are 4. So what should be the name? Pentane, this contain 5 carbon, not possible. 3 carbon, not possible. Yes, in this compound we will check out butane 2O. So A is the right choice for this question. Anjali, bilkul see, no beta, this question answer should be butane 2 on. So A is the right choice for this question. Rajat, very nice beta. A is the right choice. Okay, so shall we move toward the next question? Okay, which of the following is the most acidic? Okay, this is the question which I have taught today in the class program, that which acid is the strongest acid is asked in this question. So while we are checking about what is the formic acid, that is HCOOH, that is formic acid. Butanoic acid, that is CH3 CH2 CH2 COOS, that is butanoic acid. What is propanoic acid? That is CH3 CH2 COOH. And what is the acetic acid? That is CH3COOH. Okay, so I already told you that if the stabilization of conjugate base is possible, it will possible by the help of electron withdrawing group. And if a long chain is attached, that means they donate the electron pair to the conjugate base and their stability gets decreased. That's why in case of butane, this is butanoic acid, it is least acidic. And the carbon and the acid which contains the, hello sir, good afternoon, official Adi. Okay, good afternoon beta. Okay, so formic acid, or you can say methanoic acid, this is the most acidic compound. So option D is the right choice. So this is the right choice. Yes, the third C. No beta, D is the right choice for this question. Yes, formic acid. Yes, Rajat, very nice beta. Okay, Anjali. Next. Okay, this is the A1 Target Institute launching the 11th and 12th student NEET IIT JEE 11th 12th foundation batches. So if any students want to enroll in these batches, so you can visit at OMX City Gate Delhi Bypass Rohtak, and you can try to contact through the contact number. These are given the contact number, and you can mail us to this mail address. Okay. Okay, the first chapter solution we will discuss in our next classes, students. While we are completing the whole the curriculum, after that we will starting from the first chapter of basic concepts of chemistry, that is mole concept, and after that structure of atom. And all chapter we will going to repeat. Okay, so we are looking now, that is question number 7, the reaction of an aldehyde with a Grignard reagent. So while we are discussing about the reaction of an aldehyde with a Grignard reagent produces. So while we are reacting aldehyde with a Grignard reagent, so we will get a alcohol. So while we are reacting a aldehyde with a Grignard reagent, we will get the alcohol, that is the product we will formed. So option A is the right choice. Yes. Okay. So next one. The question, which of the following compounds can undergo aldol condensation? That is very important question, student. Multiple times this question asked. Aldol condensation reaction. Aldol condensation reaction shown by the ethanol, that is aldehyde. This can also show the reaction. Propane 2-on, this is also can show the reaction. So what is that? Both A and B, aldehyde and ketones, both can shows the aldol condensation reaction. So aldehyde and ketone, ethanol and propane 2-on, or the aldehyde and ketones, both they can choose the aldol condensation reaction. That may be self aldol condensation and a cross aldol condensation also. So answer C is the right choice. So now we are moving towards the next question, that is the product of the reaction between an aldehyde and a primary amine is. What is the reaction between aldehyde and primary amine? So aldehyde and primary amine, when combined together, they will produce the imine. So we will get the product imine when aldehyde and amine combined together, they will produce the imine. This is the classroom program question. So all of the students know very well about the answer of this question. So let's move towards the next question. Okay, which of the following is a characteristic reaction of carboxylic acid? Okay, characteristic reaction of carboxylic acid. So specific reaction shown by carboxylic acid, that should be nucleophilic substitution reaction. Not possible. Really, reduction. It may show some reactions in a reduction case. Hydrolysis also in some cases, but not exactly. Esterification. Yes, esterification is a main concern of the carboxylic acid, and that is very much famous. So esterification, you know very well, when we react carboxylic acid with alcohol, we will produce a RCOO gas. That is the esterification reaction. So this reaction generally take place by carboxylic acid. So carboxylic acid chemical reaction famous, that is esterification. So you can say this is the famous reaction of a carboxylic acid. Okay, now we are moving towards the next question. The compound with the formula C3H6O can be. Okay, so what is the formula? C3H6O. So 1, 2, 3, and we can contain, and we can use this one. Okay, so this is a aldehyde. It may be ketone. Yes, ketone it will be possible. How is it possible? Look like that. This is a ketone and aldehyde can be. So aldehyde also, ketone also. So option C is the right choice. So C3H6O can form the formula of a aldehyde as well as a ketone. So what is the answer? C is the right choice for this question. So aldehyde and ketones. Now we are moving towards the next question, that is which of the following is a method for preparing aldehydes? So what is the method of preparation for aldehyde? We have discussed about lots of method for the preparation of aldehyde. So some of them are here. What is that? Reduction of carboxylic acid. Yes, this is used to prepare the aldehyde. This is the right formula. Okay. Oxidation of primary alcohol. This can be used for the preparation of a aldehyde also. So primary alcohol always gives the aldehyde. And hydrolysis of nitrile. Hydrolysis of nitrile also gives the aldehyde. Stephen reduction, we can use this one. So all of the above, that is the right choice for this question. So all these methods are used for the preparation of aldehydes. So all these methods are used. Now we are moving towards the next question. The reaction of ketone with a Grignard reagent yields. Okay, so what is the question? The reaction of a ketone with a Grignard reagent. So reaction of ketone with the Grignard reagent. So it will give the tertiary alcohol. So while we are preparing ketone with a Grignard reagent, so we will get the tertiary alcohol as the main product. Okay, yes. Okay, so tertiary alcohol is the main product we will formed by the reaction. Now we are moving towards the next question. Which of the following is not a carboxylic acid? Okay, very simple question. What of Which out of the following is not a carboxylic acid? Acetic acid is a carboxylic acid. Benzoic acid, that is also a carboxylic acid. Formic acid is a carboxylic acid. Propane 1-ol, that is an alcohol. So right choice will be propane 1-ol. Propane 1-ol is an alcohol, not a carboxylic acid. Okay, so let's move towards the. This is the HSSC CET batch. I think tomorrow is the exam for this batch. The product of the reaction between a carboxylic acid and an alcohol is. So the product of the reaction between a carboxylic acid and a alcohol. This is the famous reaction I have already told you. That is the famous reaction named as esterification. So esterification reaction, this is the example in which we prepare the ester from the carboxylic acid and alcohol. So ester will be the main product gets formed through this reaction. So ester will be formed. So these are the questions for today class. I think all of the students learned properly, and for your betterment in exam, you should practice regularly, students. Practice if you practice daily MCQs and give the mock, then you will score the good marks in your final exam. Thanks for watching this video lecture. Thank you.